It's Saturday, June 21st, 2025. I'm TC Kirkham, and this is the Kirkham Report.
TC Kirkham, the Kirkham Report.
Greetings, everyone. It is June 21st, 2025. I said that already. I'm TC Kirkham. Welcome to the Kirkham Report on TKR Video Central. I have a huge stack of stuff to go through in just a minute. First of all, I hope you're all having a safe week. If you're living in the upper third of the country, be wary this weekend because there's going to be all kinds of crazy, severe weather. They had it last night in North Carolina, North Dakota, where they had a tornado that killed a few people. And it's just been nuts. So if you need weather information, check PNR WeatherCentral. Go to your favorite weather person online like Max Velocity, Ryan Hall, y'all, myradar.com, a whole bunch of other ones that can keep you up to date. Just be watching for that. Now, I got to explain what's happening here, and we'll do that in Out of the Box. Out of the box this week, and probably for the next several weeks, this looks like 4 or 5 pile-ons from Don and Mary's auctions. These are all from Mary. Mary has been sending me stuff out of their giant lot of 45s that they're prepping to sell. They're sending them to auction, to getting ready for moving to Costa Rica later this year. And she's pulling stuff she thinks I'll like or might get a kick out of and sending it to me. Now, I didn't ask her to do that. I think she's really cool for doing that. She knows I will give them all a good home, and if I don't want it, I will pass it on to someone else who will give it a good home. But let me tell you, this is just the first of the two lots I've received for already. She sent a third one yesterday. I got the thing on it. She's got more. I spent an hour with them online going over more stuff they're going to be sending me. I'm all for that. You guys know that. So I've got my lamp handy in case I need it. She's sending me mostly stuff that she knows I love. Actors who sang, cool labels I've never heard of, or new labels that I don't have. A lot of promo stuff, a lot of picture sleeves, and a lot of instrumental stuff, which I love for instrumental, and now Celestial Seasonings, Celestial Journey, and a lot of other things. So let's go through these. There's a little bit of everything in this pile. I haven't listened to many of them yet. These are not play graded and not cleaned yet. I have to do that myself, which is the agreement I made with Mary when she said she was going to send these in. And that's fine with me. It won't take me that long to do that. And I won't have time to listen to them right away. Probably not till July when I'm on vacation again, I hope. But I want to go over them with you because there's some really crazy stuff here. Let's get started. Santa. And a lot of Christmas stuff, too, because she knows I did those cool holiday hootenanny shows, which I will be doing again this year. Santa and the Purple People Eater from SHOPPE. Let me move my mouse out of the way so I can have room to put stack these here. Like Records, Socket to 'em, and Socket to 'em JB, Part 1 and 2, Rex Garvin, and the Mighty Cravers. I've never heard of them. On, what's it say here at the top? Complimentary Lin, L-I-N, DJ. This is a promo copy. Uncle Winnie's Sound Stories. Wes Harrison with Eddie Gale and Larry Monroe. So Little Winnie, Uncle Winnie's Song Stories, and on the back, There You Are. Never heard of the label or what that is. It'll be interesting to see. Actually, I want to do this way so they all stay in the same order. I have never heard this, but I knew he had released it, and I can't wait to actually hear this. Richard Chamberlain's version of They Long to Be Close to You, which is what became Just Close to You when the Carpenters recorded it in 1970. Flip side is Blue Guitar. I Ain't Gonna Stop on American Group Productions, and I'm Just an Average Guy from the Masqueraders. St. George and the Dragonette. I think I bought this from them also. From Stan Freberg. That's a classic. Stan Freberg's version of The Yellow Rose of Texas and Rock Around Stephen Foster. Stan Freberg was an amazing advertising dude in the 1950s and 60s. Had a string of hits. He did a bunch of voiceover work on television as well. His son Donovan in the early 80s was the dude on camera while he was doing the narration on the Encyclopedia Britannica commercials. I don't know if you remember those. Those were great. ABC Love and Who's Our Pet Annette from Junior and His Friends. Says here it's a novelty. Rare promo. ABC Paramount sleeve. Awesome. Let's go, baby. Where the action is. Too much information. And Barefoot and Robert Parker. I guess you really can't see that because it's kind of upside down. The label on that is NOLA Records, so I would assume that comes out of New Orleans. Tanya and Sister Sadie from King Curtis. Some of these are flipped back around the wrong way. Everybody Out of the Pool by the Lifeguards. Flip side is Teenage Tango. Cow Cow Boogie by Merrill Moore. Okay, I don't know where these are coming from. Theme from an unfilmed movie, Hugo Winterhalter and his orchestra, and The Girl from Amsterdam. Hugo, of course, had a big hit with the theme from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly in the late 60s. Doesn't Matter Anymore, and Raining in My Heart. This is a Buddy Holly original on choral. And yes, that was the song Linda Ronstadt had a hit with in the 70s. Keeping Cool with Lemonade. The artist is Nick Noble on Mercury Records. Theme from Mutiny on the Bounty and Love Song from Mutiny on the Bounty from Mantovani. I don't think I've ever had Mantovani on a single. I have a ton of his stuff digitally and on CD. The original Purple People Eater, Sheb Woolley, which I knew was in there. I saw it earlier. Then we get into some, there's also some modern stuff in here mixed in. Mariah Carey, Always Be My Baby. It shows you, I had forgotten, I was into music. I dealt with music for years with part of the Transworld Corporation and also with DiscJockey.com. I don't know why I thought Mariah was on Arista. She's on Columbia. She's always been on Columbia. Heart of Stone, Taylor Dane. I don't have that, so that's very cool. Back to the older ones now. I Never Had It Better, Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. And Sock It To Me Baby, which I think is the A side there. Boogaloo Down Broadway, the fantastic Johnny C. on Philly of Soul. Phil LA of Soul. So, maybe a dual corporation, part Philly and part Los Angeles. Eleanor Rigby and Understanding from the incomparable Ray Charles, who is always awesome. My mother was a huge fan. She instilled that in me, too. This is actually, Mary tells me this is actually a country-sounding song. This is very early in his career, and I have not heard it yet, but I will. Negotiations and It's Too Late, He Wins from Gordon Lightfoot. This is back in the mid-60s. And Mary and Dawn tell me it has a very country feel to it, so that'll be interesting to check out. Um, Shiggity Boom by the Diamonds, and Now is the Hour. Um, Expressway to Your Heart, and Hey Jip, on Crimson Records by a band called the Soul Survivors, Soul. I've never heard of that label. It's very cool. I've never had that, so I love that. Um, Parkway Records, this is a comedy record. I may have purchased this on Whatnot too. Wild Thing, Senator Bobby. It's basically, I've forgotten who the person is that does the imitations, but one side is Wild Thing by Senator Bobby, and the other one is Wild Thing by Senator Everett McKinley, which is, of course, a parody of Senator Everett Dirksen, who had a couple of had a spoken word hit called "Gallant Men" around that time. Um, all kinds of stickies in here. Little card. Teenage Dance and Polka Dotted Pollywampus from Clint Miller. We're almost to the halfway point of this pile, folks. Almost. A great picture sleeve, After the Senior Prom and Big Date, from Tommy Sands, another teen idol type and also an actor. He was in a ton of Disney stuff, including Babes in Toyland. The Bee Gees, Holiday, and Every Christian Lion-Hearted Man Will Show You. I'm not sure which album that's from. New Year Rock by Little Kid Lex, and Tom Mark by Elias with and Zigzag Jive Flutes. That one's going to be interesting, I can tell you that. This is recent. All the Way with You. Oh, there's picture sleeve. Peggy Blue. This one, Don actually had some of these on Whatnot. This is from a label out of Fairbanks, Alaska. Rendezvous, it's called. This is The Squaws Along the Yukon, vocal by A. Satch Bianchi. And also When the Iceworms Nest Again. If the sleeve is right, it came out in 1955, so I'm not sure, but I remember those on Whatnot. 97 Crew, this is a private press, just from the label. Rough and Rugged, and Golden Touch by Shinehead. I will have to look them up, I don't know who they are. Two Tickets to Paradise, Not the Eddie Money Song, by Brooke Bitton, who just is one of the best vocalists of all time. Wabash Blues and Uke Said It, Roy Smeck. Another promo. A lot of these seem to be in really good shape, too, even though Mary said, we got to wash them and check them. She's Telling Me the Same Thing and Never Take Her Love From Me, the Benny Hall Trio. Another picture sleeve, Love Me Tonight, and Hide and Seek from Tom Jones. I'll Cry Instead, and I'm Happy Just to Dance With You by the Beatles. Combination of the Two, and The Boy with the Green Eyes. The band is called Wool. I've never heard of them. Classic disco from Candy Staton, Young Hearts Run Free. James Taylor, a promo of You've Got a Friend from Warner Brothers. Love Theme from Romeo and Juliet. And The Windmills of Your Mind from Don Randy. That label from Capitol Plitz, this 1969 to 1972. or so. I would assume 68, 69. Love theme from Romeo and Juliet. A monster, a pair of kings, and once. Disco Inferno, and You Touch My Hotline. Don't Touch My Hotline. No, You Touch My Hotline by the Tramps. I don't have the single of that. I only have it on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. Sheila E., The Glamorous Life, big hit in 1984, 85. Silver Bells, Doris Day, and Christmas Story, Doris Day. I hate Island records because you can never see them. Nipple to the Bottle, Grace Jones. The 12 Days of Christmas and Do You Hear What I Hear? Fred Waring and his Pennsylvanians. Call Me for Christmas and Mixed Up Faculty, I think that is, Gary U.S. Bonds. Some have a lot of interesting new stuff for Holiday Hootenanny this year. Round Round the Christmas Tree and Silver Bells from Eddie Howard. Every Step of the Way, John Waite. Great picture sleeve with that also. A flexi disc, an ample sample of Venture's hit gift ideas. And this is from, I would think this is from a rack jobber of some sort or a store, because it has a sleeve with it that includes Melissa Manchester, Fleetwood Mac's Tusk, Village People Live and Sleazy, Blondie, E to the Beat, Point Blank Airplay, Rufus and Chaka Master Jam, Foreigner's Head Games, and Herb Alpert Rise, which says this is from 1979 or early 1980. That is very cool. I can't believe a flexi disc has a sleeve. Lights Out, Peter Wolf, again with the picture sleeve. Steve Winwood, Why You See a Chance, which was one of my favorite songs by him. I actually own that album. Valley Road, Bruce Hornsby and the Range. I Gotta Get a Message to You and Midnight Light from Charles Davenport. This is Warner Brothers 7 Arts. That puts it 1967 and 1971. Somewhere in there. That's a promo. Sex as a Weapon, Pat Benatar. That still has the Hex sticker when it was $1.59. For those of you who don't know, Hex is a discount chain that's in the Midwest. We had one in Lancaster. Most of my albums, I bought over 200 albums from Hex in their cutout bin in the summer of '85. Their cutout bin worth 10 cents a piece. All sealed, all fantastic. That's where I got all my Raspberries albums, a bunch of other stuff. They were all great stuff. Culture Club, Miss Me Blind. I digress. Sorry about that. That's Mikey Hay on the cover, I believe, is his name. Mikey Ray. You Belong to the City from Glenn Fry. This one has a Murphy's sticker on it from $1.77, its original price. Dreaming by Blondie. War Games. Whoops, I'm going to put these and putting them the wrong way up because I want to keep these in a certain order. And of course, I'm messing up that order. It's because of the picture sleeves that I screwed that up because I'm putting those all face down. War Games, Crosby, Stills and Nash. And finally, What Have You Done For Me Lately, Janet Jackson, another Hex sticker. Mary, thank you for this awesome lot. I can't wait to dig into it and try it out. Some of these are very intriguing. So I actually only have maybe 3 or 4 of these, so that's really something. And also, plus the ones I think I may have bought from you and whatnot, the Dragonette one from Stan Freberg and Senator Bobby's Wild Thing. I don't remember if I bought that or not. I know you played it. Anyway, Mary, thank you very much. Dawn and Mary, very much enjoyable. Don't forget, even though they're getting ready to move, they are still, My hair is sticking out again. They are still doing their live chick chat every Tuesday and Thursday at noon. Tuesday is regular chat, Thursday is estate sale bingo. And Dawn has been posting all kinds of stuff over the last few weeks. She's still got some more stuff from their trip to Costa Rica, and they're printing. She's going to record some stuff during their sale, and it's going to be a lot of fun watching them get ready for this move this fall. And I'm looking forward to doing the next lot of these next week. Thank you, Mary. You're awesome.
Hey gang, we've got merch. Show off your love for all things TKR. Find t-shirts and more in the TKR swag shop. Click on the link in the show description. 2 solid hours of your favorite dance music classics. Crank up the speakers, turn on the mirror ball, and trip the life fantastic. It's Saturday Night Disco Party. Saturdays 11 p.m. US ET, TKR Video Central on YouTube. A different top hits countdown from hundreds of radio stations around the world each week. Radio Retro Countdown, Sundays 4 p.m. US ET, TKR Video Central on YouTube. TC's personal music charts, week by week, year by year, from the beginning. TKR's Classic Charts Countdown, Mondays 4 p.m. US ET, TKR Video Central on YouTube.
So, inside the booth this week, I hope you've noticed some of my shows have gotten back up. Still haven't gotten the hosted shows go up. The Brio has started working again, but there's something really wonky with it. And I don't want to switch cameras because it'll really throw this thing off. The lighting is all screwed up, and it's not from the lighting in here. It's something in there. So I need to check it, and I still need to get the Ozbot hooked up. All of which I shall probably do in the next couple of weeks. But I'm working on that. Lighting is half done. I've got to get a couple more things up. I'm doing some major cleaning. I have decided to get rid of a ton of magazines. I have Billboard magazines if anybody wants to buy them. If not, I'm just going to pitch them because I have a subscription. And most Billboard, I'll be honest, you don't need them cluttering your house because I've had a subscription to Billboard off and on since I was a teenager. Now they're only publishing, I think, 32 physical copies a year. But I already subscribed to the online site, and the complete library of physical magazines is online at worldradiohistory.com or .net. You can pull up practically everything from the 1970s on from Billboard there, and a lot of other magazines too. And so I'm going to get rid of all those and all the Hollywood Reporters I have. I've got 4 or 5 boxes of them, and I'm going to get. I need the room. I got to find the room for more 45s, number one. But I also want to get the room organized, and I will be able to do that once I get rid of them because they're taking up half the space in the closet. So I'm going to ditch those in the next month or so. I hope to have the shows back up if I can get the Brio fixed tomorrow, which I'll be working on. All the regular shows that are up on a weekly basis, the countdown shows and such, are going on. Going forward. The long form shows have been going forward. Mojo has been on every other week, and Kim's show, and those are great. It's Influencers, Vinyl Recall, and Label Nova that I'm waiting to do until I get the good camera. So I want to have those done. I'm hoping to get them up this week if I can get the Brio working again. Like I said, it does actually come on for the first time in 2 months. It just came back to life on Thursday or Friday. It just came back to life. I did a couple of things to the computer, and that apparently helped fix it. But it has been an interesting push forward. It's taking time, but I am getting there. I still have some more CDs to do. I still have the hit discs to rip. I still got to do a couple of my online sites that I got to get together with, and I am working on all this other new stuff. I've been disappointed that I haven't gotten any feedback on the new season of Radio Retro Countdown. I did this new opening. Yeah, if you haven't watched it, I'd love to hear what you thought of it, because I just thought it was appropriate for the show. I still haven't heard anything on that. but I do have another week of that coming up. And Classic Charts is back, and flashback tracks never went away. And although we are coming up to the end of the 90s, and I'm trying to decide on what the next series will be, I'm working on that now. It's going to be a lot of fun as I continue to go forward, and I'll have more 45s and stuff to talk about too in the near future. Any case, I'll keep you up to date on the show notes in the community page on YouTube, and also on my website when I'm going to be ready to do it. This week I will start loading the shows in advance, so they will be up a day or two in advance, so you'll get access to them if you're a Patreon Plus, Patreon Circle Plus member. You will have at least 24 and possibly as much as 48 hours of early access to the long form shows and to the countdown shows, and hopefully you will enjoy it, and I hope that you'll sign up for it. And that is this week's Inside the Booth.
Jump into the time machine and find out the #1 hits of a chart year from a variety of music sources. Flashback tracks, Thursdays, 4 p.m. USET. TKR Video Central on YouTube. Like what you see? Level up. Become a TKR patron. We can always use more supporters of our channel. Click on the Patreon link in the show description. Stay ahead of dangerous weather no matter what the season. Stay aware and stay safe. PNR WeatherCentral on YouTube.
A little tidbit before I say goodbye. Mary wrote me yesterday. We were going back and forth about when we're going to meet about the 45s, and she sent me a note that just broke my heart and also made me cheer at the same time. Dr. Demento, Barry Hansen, is retiring. He is turning off his show at the end of this year after 50 plus years of doing the Dr. Demento show. The man is 82 or 83 years old now. He deserves some time off. Before he started doing the Dr. Demento show, he was a freelance journalist. He did articles for Rolling Stone. He did articles for other magazines. And he wrote the liner notes for 90% of the Warner Lost Leaders series, something he continued to do during Dr. Demento. He's just an amazing dude. Of course, he helped make Weird Al Yankovic a major star, and has appeared in movies as himself over time. He was played by Rainn Wilson in that hilarious Weird, the Al Yankovic story, which starred Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al. I still haven't watched it, but it's supposed to be really, really funny. Anyway, Doctor, we salute you for 50 wonderful years, plus years of your service. We will miss you. I'm assuming you're going to keep the website online with all the classic shows. I'm still trying to find that episode where I was on there. I want to get that and put that in my collection with when I called to request Time Warp one time when I was in high school, and I want to find that and use it and play it on the show so people can know I've been listening to you for years. In any case, Mazel Tov, Dr. Demento. We will miss you when you do finally sign off at the end of the year. I am going to get out of here. I've got a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff I need to get done until this week. I won't be going back to the building on Monday because the air conditioning in the building. I got a text from my boss on Friday, said you don't have to come in Monday. You can do remote because the air conditioning in the building went bazonkas, of course, during the worst heat wave we've had in years up here. And of course, right now it's not terrible, but it will be. It's getting warm. I can already feel it. I have the fan blowing on me, too. In any case, I hope you'll be here for all the stuff I have during the week. I hope you'll check out all the other stuff and keep an eye on Don and Mary's channel, also over at Two Hip Chicks, where all their stuff about what they're doing and as they prep for this gigantic move to Costa Rica later this year. I will have more up as always during the week. I might have some extras up. I'm talking about doing extras. I haven't done them yet, simply because I haven't had the time. But I hopefully will have in the next few days. And I urge you, if you haven't done so already, to please sign up for our Patreon. It's $3.99 a month for regular, $7.99 a month for early access and exclusive articles, and hopefully that'll be taking off this week. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, and if you have, thank you very much, and don't forget to share us out without people, and please leave a comment. Nobody's commented on Radio Retro yet, and I haven't heard very many comments on the new Radio Retro flashback either, which has been a lot of fun. I hope everybody will continue to enjoy those and everything I do. Until next week, same time, same TKR channel, I'm TC Kirkham, TKR Video Central and the Kirkham Report, wishing you all a fond and happy farewell. Stay safe during the bad weather. Keep your weather eye peeled if you are in the danger zone, and I will see you on the interwebs. Ciao, baby.